You remember a parolee named James Schoenfeld? He was convicted of kidnapping 26 kids and burying them alive. Were you with Governor Brown then?
Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today's topic is one of those heated moments you don't want to miss. Senator John Kennedy absolutely went off on a Biden nominee during a tense Senate hearing, and it all revolves around a controversial parole decision made in California. So let's jump right into it. Alright, here's the background you need to know. The hearing started off as a pretty routine Senate nomination process, but things quickly heated up when Senator Kennedy brought up the case of James Schoenfeld. If you don't remember him, Schoenfeld was convicted of one of the most horrific crimes imaginable, kidnapping 26 children and burying them alive. Yeah, you heard that right. It was a nightmare that shocked the nation. Now, Governor Jerry Brown paroled Schoenfeld in 2015, and this decision clearly didn't sit well with Senator Kennedy. And let me tell you, Kennedy didn't hold back as he grilled the nominee. The question was simple: how could someone like Schoenfeld with such a dark past be allowed back into society? Kennedy started pressing hard, asking if the nominee was even aware of the case. The tension in the room grew when it became clear that the nominee didn't remember the parole of Schoenfeld. The nominee seemed caught off guard, admitting that they had left before 2015 and didn't have full knowledge of the case. But Kennedy wasn't about to let it go that easily. Kennedy didn't mince words. He asked, and I quote, "Did you call Governor Brown and say, 'What planet did you just parachute in from? Why would you do this?'" The crowd watching was stunned by the bluntness of the question. Kennedy was clearly baffled that someone could make such a decision. You could feel the frustration in his voice as he pushed for an answer. But the nominee just kept falling back on the same response, saying, "I would need to look at the complete file to make an assessment." Not exactly the strong stance Kennedy was hoping for.
You remember a parolee named James Schoenfeld?
I don't, Senator.
Okay. You talked a lot about, as did you all appropriately, about juveniles in your testimony. Governor Brown in 2015 paroled Mr. James Schoenfeld. He was convicted of kidnapping 26 kids, juveniles, and burying them alive. Were you with Governor Brown then?
I left in 2015, so I'm unsure of the time period in which that occurred.
This happened in 2015.
That name is not familiar to me. What I can say is those decisions are...
Do you remember the case?
I do not.
Okay. When it happened, it got a lot of publicity in California. Did you call Judge Brown or Governor Brown and say, "Governor, I love you, but what planet did you just parachute in from? Why have you done this?"
I did not.
Do you agree with this decision?
I would need to look at the file. I don't know the context. I don't know the background, the insight, and the decision that Governor Brown would make is whether the parolee is poses an unreasonable risk to the safety of the community. And
do you think kidnapping 26 juveniles and burying them alive presents a risk to the community?
I certainly believe that if that individual is convicted of those crimes, which it sounds like he would be a risk to the community.
But you don't have an opinion about whether Governor Brown did the right thing?
Again, Senator, I would have to be able to look at the complete file and all of the considerations required of the governor, who ultimately makes the decision.
So he might have done the right thing, in your opinion?
I would want to look at the complete file in order to make an assessment.
All right, Judge.
As the back and forth continued, it became clear that Kennedy wasn't just trying to make a point about one case. He was questioning the judgment of those in power who allow dangerous criminals back onto the streets. It was a fiery exchange that left everyone talking. Kennedy wanted accountability and transparency, and he wasn't about to let this nominee off the hook without a clear answer. In the end, Senator Kennedy's fiery exchange left a mark. The nominee's inability to provide a clear answer about one of California's most shocking criminal cases certainly raised eyebrows. It's these types of moments that make Senate hearings so revealing, They give us a window into the thought process of those who are seeking power. So what do you think? Did Senator Kennedy go too far, or was his line of questioning fair? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.